Number 9, Clutch Gamers Execration Game 1, taken by Clutch in, well, rather clutch fashion. So, Trent here, joined by Android. You there? You alive? You living? Oh, wait. That might... No, you're there. You're there. Yeah, you're just giving me the freak out. I see how it is.
Hey
double
guys,
check all my audio settings.
I'm losing my mind, dude. Several consecutive days of Mr. Cat. It's more than I can handle. It's too much action. Too many hype games. We're on game number 4, and they have all been just really awesome. Some great turnarounds so far. Clutch versus Execration. Clutch looking so strong in game number 1. They let Armel have his Ember Spirit, and we'll see if Execration are going to let that through again, because clearly he is eager to snap that up at every opportunity.
Yeah, you can see Clutch already being perhaps a bit cheeky here, as Slardar will finally make it through today. Haven't got to see him. As much as the guy gets picked, I gotta say, I still like seeing Slardar, because it means aggressive games and fun blinks and crushes and tracking down those annoying invis heroes with his corrosive haze. But in this case, Clutch Gamers, they see the Slardar first pick, and they say, no, we won't give you Slardar Lifestealer. It's too strong. And so they'll take themselves the CM and the Lifestealer. And I've also been enjoying the Crystal Maiden that we've got to see here today. I believe, was it Trust who picked it earlier? It was, right? Or no, it was Execration themselves who picked it earlier. That's what it was. But not
they
going to
got
see it
DJ
again.
on the CM. She was so squishy, though. She just kept dying.
Hey, man, the BKB, though. That was the real play.
She got a BKB at the end. Didn't see it do any, like, hyper clutch, like, BKB ults that ended up in 5-man deaths, but still, we'll get another chance to see that. Clutch Gamers taking it into their own paws. Execration go back in for that Shadow Fiend. This will be Nando's 3rd time playing it today. To a, I think he has a 1-1 success rate so far. See if game number 4 is going to push this over into his favor.
Indeed, we shall. No Magnus again. Kind of sad by that. I've been enjoying it, but not gonna happen, it seems. And yeah, so Nando gonna try and, as I said, win the 3rd one. This will be his own personal best of 3. You know, win with Shadow Fiend, lose the Shadow Fiend.
It's all going down, dude. Shadow Fiend to the end, ride or die.
Yep, that's good. That's how you do it. And we'll see what Clutch want to do with the Lifestealer. The other most common partner, absolutely not shocking at all, that they will ban out the Sand King. And, well, another personal favorite partner, old school, evil geniuses, Dota, the Omni Knight, the Shadow Fiend. Those were the best of times, honestly.
Oh, they were the worst of times.
No, they were the best, the absolute best. But those days are gone now.
Interesting. I didn't think Centaur was that big of an issue, but clearly Centaur was played very well by Clutch Gamers in game number 1, even after getting almost completely shut down in lane. He went for an Iron Talon and clawed his way back into it, so Clutch gonna have to work with something different here now. I mean, Magnus, Darkseer, Sand King, and Centaur Warrunner banned out. There's some serious hate for off lanes. What's still left in the pool?
Hey, there's our Crystal Maiden Pudge we talked about earlier. That's pretty sick. Against the
Chunky
Shadow Fiend.
boys. All right.
But yeah, to your question there, offlaners left in the pool. We got Timber. He's okay. I mean, it's nice to have the Corrosive Haze up against him, but it would be okay for either team, honestly. If the Slardar, you could possibly think about sending Slardar into the 3 now, but with a Pudge, he'll be roaming around, which means he'll be just Crystal Maiden. Frozen, kind of scary for Slardar. He might want a little bit of help there. The Bat Rider's still in, as we saw, but that didn't go all too well in the previous match. And I do like the Centaur ban, not only because he was one of the best offlaners left, but because it just meant that the Lifestealer, like, not only the blink in initiations, but just the overall stampede there too. So, shockingly, we see a Shadow Demon again, and wow, Legion into Shadow Demon. Kind of scary, but BKB
bold.
piercing. Yeah.
That is
a little risky, but again, you're talking about the offlane pool, right? Not many left.
And just picking up a Lifestealer, a Pudge, and a Legion Commander seems like maybe a little bit of an overdose on strength heroes. Is there,
5 seconds
like,
remaining.
What?
I mean,
I don't think I've seen these 3 together, ever, in a pro match.
Reserve time.
it's pretty good though. I like it. Their last pick, assumedly the mid, will get to be chosen based on what we have left here for Execration, so we'll wait on that. They do already know that the Shadow Fiend will be there. And they know they'll have a little bit of help from a Pudge, too. So could be anyone who sets up.
I want to see an Armel Puck.
Armel Puck, yep. This game wouldn't be too bad, of course, with the Lifestealer. It'll be that classic initiation that would help out before Legion has a blink dagger. You could be super aggressive early, and we already saw him play it pretty well in a loss, though. Again, the Ember Spirit will likely get banned out, I would guess, just because how well he's been playing it, and he's still in.
Would you go for an Ember Spirit on top of this lineup? That seems so gosh darn greedy.
Oh, I think it's fine.
Okay.
He sets up mid for a pudge. You just suddenly you get rooted, and then this hook flies in, and you're like, shit, I'm a dead Shadow Fiend. So I think you could snowball hard enough, and with how well he plays it, I mean, come on. Can you really say no? They have a lot of really good picks left, too. They could just go for the Invoker and go for Sunstrike plays on Pudge ults as well as duels. Great synergy for both of them. I think Clutch are in a nice spot here, and Execration probably trying to figure out how do we play up against all of this, because what that all boils down to will be a lot of aggression and a lot of ganks coming in from Clutch. So do they want to try and dodge and use a slide arm more as like support and vision and stuff like that, and go for a 2 split push, or what will they do? But as expected,
Timbersaw, all those strength heroes. Hot damn.
Yeah, he was kind of like the last offlaner again, as we said. So they will go for that. And what will they do for their final piece here?
Clutch, they've got a ban here, taking out
10 seconds
one
remaining.
potential Yucky from Execration. They still need their safe laner unless they're doing
5
something
seconds remaining.
with Core Slardar, which they very slim chance of it working. I mean,
Reserve
Juggernaut's still in the pool. I feel like even though he had some poor success last game, you still got to take him out. Clearly, Execration are comfortable with that. Gonna take out the Venge. Scared of that position 1.
Yeah, I think
Execration's turn to ban.
the other part is that this might be the offlane Slardar now because of the Shadow Demon. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, obviously those two can work together well, but I think they're probably going to go safe lane Timber. I'm just trying to think of the lane matchups here.
I was
Lifesteal.
thinking
10 seconds remaining.
Offlane Timber and Forest Lardar.
Yeah, I think they're
5
too worried about
seconds
the
remaining.
Timber's farm though, because if they try and send him off lane, he'll run into the same problems that this off lane Slardar will, but it doesn't really matter because Slardar can gank before level 6. So
10
they stack their
seconds
Slardar,
remaining.
they give Timber the good farm, and they try and find a good rotator with the Shadow
5
Demon.
seconds remaining.
Oh, we'll see.
Ban on the puck. Gosh darn it.
I
That's what I
know.
was looking forward to, my Armel puck. But that means Ember Spirit is still available. It's a definite greedy play, but we'll see if Clutch can get away with that. Execration. Last pick here. Going to find out a lot about their draft, and Clutch are going to have a nice chance to react. Still 45 seconds in reserve
10
time for them.
seconds remaining.
The
I kind of
Clutch-
like Kunkka. I feel like that would be a great hero for Execration right here.
5 seconds
Execration, hell yeah. I thought you were talking about Clutch, and I'm like, I don't.
Admiral Kunkka.
Oh my god.
I'm
actually
Whoa.
the best. I'm so good. Even when
Holy
Earth Spirit left in the
crap.
pool, they didn't go for it. So this is actually sick because you have the Shadow Demon Kunkka combination, and then up against the Legion Commander and the Pudge, you have the long range of Torrent to like cancel out the damage during a duel or the ult on Dismember.
remaining.
It's
You're too good. I can't keep up with this. I'm out.
5
just
seconds
donezo.
remaining.
it's out. Looks like I'm just cheating. And yeah, and they'll go back for the OD setup on the Pudge too. So now this is one problem where if they go for the OD, now they don't have a great initiator. Like Puck it like does it before Blink even, right? But they'll have to wait for the Legion Blink this time. So I like Execration's draft a lot, but I also do like Clutches. I don't think either team have a advantage here.
I think Clutch are going to have that boomer bust strat. Like, I don't think they're going to have an average game that's going to go real late. I think they're either going to get this draft off the ground and get some really early picks with that Astral into Hook setup with the Pudge, or they're kind of just going to get walked on and they're going to get punished for having really greedy strength heroes. I think there's very little middle ground here. I think Clutch is either going to fly or flop. Execration, I like what they're putting out, but we saw last game how even though they have a good start on their Shadow Fiend, even though they had decent lane set up, Clutch could just out-rotate them and get that momentum going. So again, game number 2, fresh slate, anything can happen. Clutch versus Execration. Mr. Cat, Moonduck, Trent Pax, Annie, ready to go.
We in there. I have to do a bit of adminning here, so hopefully no one dies.
You lay down the law. I mean, no offense, Trent. Like, I don't want to shit on your admitting skills at all. But last season of Mr. Cat, Purge was the admin, and it was way different. It was like a whole different kind of thing going on. Every time there was a pause, Purge would like all chat like, you have 2 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in pause time. It was great. Oh, a bing. Crawling around here. Got Radiant Vision of him. Do they actually go for this? Torrent going to be latching onto this Lifestealer. He's going to be raging off, but they've got the right clicks underneath the tower. Can they really dive this level 1? Looks like 5593 is going to try. He's got himself a crush, and they know there's no magic immunity left in the Lifestealer. He's just playing ring around the rosy, but Kunkka is going to surround him. Everyone's gobbling their way through the trees, but they finally found the setup they need. Another Rage comes in. The Torrent's not going to hit. One more right click from Shadow Fiend. Is it enough? DJ gets the credit for that one. Very well played all around. Looks like maybe there's a rune steal down bottom, but first blood is certainly worth a while.
And yeah.
Is Gabby actually gonna get punished here? Timbersaw's got his reactive armor. He doesn't have Timber Chain. He's getting melted down by Rot. Body blocks come in, and they're just going for a slap fest. There's a shrine right there if the Radiant need it, and Gabby's getting really low. All right.
That was pretty good.
Oh, Boomback's up top. Will go down. Second death in favor of Execration.
Looks like a disruption to Torrent. Nicely done. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out. I think someone stream without delay somewhere. So, not hopefully, you know, we'll see some sort of an issue happening there. But
Chat just saw your Kunkka snipe.
Oh, well, there's also someone who is clearly ahead of the time, and future guy is in our chat, guys, so it's not me, and I am actually from the future, but that's okay. DJ mid lane.
There we go. Another setup going down. Execration are making the moves. They bring in Fly Solo. This Pudge giving a little bit of trouble to Nando. There is going to be the Astral to buy some time for the rest of the Dire. No blood spilling, but this is a very aggressive rotation from Execration, and they can just keep doing this. Nando already raking in the souls. What? You're admitting too hard. You gotta give yourself a break. Either way, we've got ourselves a Pudge camping out mid, obviously looking for those initiations when he's got them, soaking up for that level 2. He's only sitting on Rot right now, so gotta be able to find the hooks. Meanwhile, our Slardar 5593 having an easier game than last game, where he was Batrider and killed off like 4 times before the 10-minute mark. But at least starting things off with a somewhat better track record, having an assist and no deaths. Clean slate again. Execration looking to start this one off a lot stronger than last game. Down bottom, we've got our matchup of our Legion Commander off lane versus our Timbersaw. I mean, no one's dying in that lane. It's just going to be a farm fest. You can't kill there unless there's a triple man rotation. Port's coming forward. They'd like to initiate with that disruption. We've got the Kunkka Torrent as well, but it's difficult. Legion hugging tower so tightly. They go. I believe she's going to wrap all the way around as Gabby's getting real ambitious. Going forward, lands that Whirling Death on him, and there's the disruption. They are going to be rotating down the Crystal Maiden, who's going in for the Frostbite onto the Shadow Demon. Gabby's getting low. Oh, but look at the damage spun out by the Whirling Death. Boombax is now the focus of all the damage, but no one's going to be dropping down as it's too dangerous of a situation to fully commit to.
That was a very scary, overwhelming odds.
Indeed.
All right, I'm all sorted out, guys. Sorry, apologies for the poor camera for the start. Had to have it. So we get someone on the case. I think one of the Chinese streams maybe didn't have a delay going or something like that. So apologies. I'm wearing many hats here, guys, and one too many hats, but it's fine. I mean, at least we caught all the kills, which is an improvement in my usual camera work anyway. So honestly, we're ahead of the time here. And yeah, so nothing too crazy. The rotations from the Kunkka, the Shadow Demon, they're doing their thing. Standard stuff. Oh, he's got is that a chest? Oh, that is awesome. That is pretty cool. Although kind of a freaky hat going on here for the Kunkka. But sick bird. Similar rotation mid lane now. You can see level 1 hook. 1,000 range. Gotta get the Astral first.
Like the weirdest gag sound ever.
It's always the noise. I don't know. That's my like almost got ganked noise. Nando seems to be aware of what's going on here. In fact, the Kunkka's even pinging. He's saying like, look, man, they're totally gonna be over here. Just do not get Astral. You're so dead. Fly Solo.
Now moving forward. He's so like such a juicy target. Hook comes in. They've got some damage to follow up, but DJ's actually going to move forward, gets the disrupt onto the OD. There's going to be the Torrent to follow up. It's actually the OD that hits the deck, and Boombax is going to be in trouble as well. Goes in, trying to get that save Frostbite, but instead going to be X'd back to her death. She's just sitting there
and
taking
so close.
Pudge tried for the hook down to the low ground, but it wasn't there in time, unfortunately. It's 4-0 in favor of Execration.
Yeah, great vision, or at least in terms of game sense there coming from the Radiant, understanding that there was definitely a gank play happening in there, and a lot of that coming from this ward back here, just seeing there's no supports doing pulling or anything like that. So they're likely roaming into the mid lane and DJ and Lumic there to cancel out that gank. So now mid, they're going to try again here. Got a ward themselves, but that sentry's still there for a little while. They would love to get that down. No tangos available, though.
Oh, well, they're going back in. This OD is having a real tough time. Torrented up in the air. X back as well. Goes in. They don't land the hook. It's only that creep that gets wasted.
Dude, got it.
Armel. He'll live through the shadow poison, but he is having a really tough time.
They don't have any sentries to get rid of this, but it's actually going to expire. Oh, God, Armel's so tempted right now. Don't die for the ward, dude. Oh, he wants it so bad, but he can't get it. Oh, that's depressing. Oh, well, they'll just get another sentry.
Slardar up top could be in some trouble here. He's got his crush up in 3 seconds, but I don't know if he lives through this. He's going to be able to crush up, stunning the lifesteal in place, but Boombex is still hot on his heels. 5593 tanky enough to get through it. Down bottom, Legion Commander is really far forward. Gabby baiting her out a little bit. There is going to be that disrupt. They've got the torrent as well. It is just Execration comboing over the entire map. 5-0 now. Clutch, they just can't win a lane.
Yeah, Lumic is killing it right now on this Kunkka, too. Just, I mean, we see, what did we have earlier? The Shadow Demon and the Earth Spirit. Similar kind of timing and combinations, and wasn't going too well for them, but this one maybe a little bit more tried and true in terms of efficiency and consistency. So, always hitting these torrents, not missing one. Making the game easy. 5593 also having a great game for the side of Execration. He hasn't died yet. He's got lots of last hits, honestly. 24? Like, holy. He's doing so well.
Yeah, he's definitely having a much smoother lane than that Bat Rider. But... Alright, switching over to net worth here. 6 minutes in, there's already a lot of blood being shed. Our Shadow Fiend, way at the top of the charts here. Already picking up a kill and 2 assists. No deaths. It's just... It's tough going. What does Clutch have to do to minimize loss?
Basically, they have to kind of wait for duel, I think. Maybe Fly Solo can get a couple kills. I was a little worried about this Slardar because ideally, like, Pudge can just zone out any melee offlaner, which is, I mean, obviously the vast majority of them. He just, like, walks at you, he rots you, he wastes all your regen, forces you to use your shrine early, and then if he ever comes back, you're just screwed. But all this attempted attention mid has made things a lot easier for 5593, and that just means that Fly Solo maybe not having the biggest impact so far. 0-0-1.
Gabby almost gets dumpstered by those overwhelming odds. That is maxed out now. 4 points in his queue.
Wait a second.
Dan from the Radiant revealing that there's dire heroes crawling around their shrine. Fly Solo looking for a hook. They have this ward available, but DJ is going to pop down a sentry. Very heads up play, knowing that Pudge is probably nearby. Iron Taloning that thing down, and Fly Solo is just, he's still hunting.
Is it? Am I crazy? How does he have an assist on Fly Solo? Is that because he hooked the Crystal Maiden before she died? I'm probably just missing something. Maybe it's when a neutral killed someone or something, but anyway.
Alright, Fly Solo, he's dead. He's not getting an assist for that one. Bing gonna be going, looking for a munch onto 5593. This is just absolutely bloody.
Oh, they got the kill, though, at least. Bing picking up on the Slardar, yeah. And maybe a second.
DJ.
Not bailed out.
He's walking. He's strutting away with his mana boots, but does end up going down. He was able to buy out a full stash of stuff before he died. That's going to be some wards, some teepees, and a little smoke. So getting the goodies, little party favors, but it's still looking grim. At least there's 2 deaths on the board for Clutch Gaming right now.
Oh, good slight bit of turnaround. We'll swap over to net worth at this point. Check out our Shadow Fiend 4300, Lifestealer OD, following up closely in behind. So Dire looking okay considering it's a 5-kill deficit, and we do have level 8 on a Legion Commander, so it's about time for Rappy to get a little bit of assistance down here. Fly Solo's here. He's got that 180 pure damage to try and help out. Of course, not really going to be enough on a Timber. Might have to try and find themselves a softer target.
And going to work on this mid tower. I mean, you've got Armel, who's sitting back. He's going to be 3rd on the net worth chart. Oh, the hook in! Nando in some trouble here. Doesn't have his Dragon Lance yet. He's just going to be sitting back. Fly Solo. Taking some Soul Catcher, but All right. All
Oh
right.
man, he took a lot of damage there.
Crisis averted.
duel.
Nando
Oh,
still getting
disruption!
low. Oh, he gets the raise on the Pudge. There is going to be a return kill.
That was
Bing
actually
gets his farm
sick.
rolling.
That was a sick disruption. Because he ensured there wouldn't be dual damage. And then it also made sure they can get the kill too onto the Pudge. So that's actually worth. I mean, it sucks that your Shadow King died, and that part's not worth, but that disruption was actually a huge play.
Gabby down bottom applying a huge amount of pressure to this tower. I mean, he does not even care about these tower shots. 20 reactive armor. Now you can't pierce through this guy.
Yeah, and
There's
this is
gonna
where
be
you fun timber,
overwhelming
right?
odds already.
Yeah. Whenever you feel like this is a timber and you can sit behind a tower like that for a moment, you start building hood. Because you say, all right, they clearly have issues dealing with me. They have no way to do anything. I don't need to go straight bloodstone. I want my hood first. And I want to force all this attention on top of me. I have 4 points in reactive armor.
Oh, okay, duel coming in. This may actually be enough. Crystal Maiden ult coming out. That Timber lived way too frickin' long, but is finally picked off. Big kill going the way of Legion Commander. The first duel victory coming in. Now TP's towards this mid lane. 5593 doesn't have his blink, but he's got his sprint crush ready.
He's cutting trees, man.
He's
getting
trying to
there.
worm his way through these trees. Maybe dire pings. I know 5593 is there. Finally, he backs out from his home within the trees. The Execration just backing off smoothly, going in towards that top lane. Amp damage onto the Life Stealer. Sorry. Corrosive Haze. But, yeah, Execration, they're not feeling like they're on a timer. They're not feeling that crunched. They definitely have a good lead going for themselves. They can rotate pretty freely on the map. Their vision's pretty all around, pretty good. So they're taking their time. The Shadow Demon Kunkka combo has proved to be A++.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
slowed down a little bit, I guess, at this point, but certainly did what it needed to do, right? And it definitely scales later on as well. You start getting those points in the Shadow Catcher, or Soul Catcher rather, and it never really stops being effective or impactful. We'll see if we can find ourselves a second duel here. I gotta say, they definitely missed out on a lot of the benefits of having an OD on the side of CG, not getting any big setups mid.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
There we go. There's going to be that slow. They get the Torrent as well. Oh, even through that heal and Legion Commander, they're able to pop her down. Fly Solo is able to find the Dismember onto the Slardar, picks him off before there's going to be a crush. This is the Dire showing some signs of life. They're feeling all right. Still a lot of Radiant heroes to get down, but Dire are going to be backing off, just defending their structures. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Legion obviously the biggest loss there. She is just having a tough time. Her third death.
And Infest gank now. Definitely the hardest one I've seen to execute in a long time. The Infest Pudge. And we'll just walk in. Gotta get that hook, man. Or massive Pudge baits, I guess is the other play, right? You just walk in, be like, oh, I'm just a Pudge.
I'm just a little Pudge. No flesh heaps. Don't hit me.
All right, this might actually work. It's gonna work. Oh, they're so bunched. Oh, it's so tempting. Go.
Oh, they got the hook. They plop out the Infest, and they're able to get it with the Legion Commander. Overwhelming odds. They get a kill on Gabby as well. They get the root onto the Shadow Demon. It's going to go for the self-disrupt, but this is going to be done. DJ is going down. It's a dual victory as well. Clutch finally getting off the ground there. They find 3 kills. Very important ones at that.
Would you say this Pudge was clutch? Was it a clutch Pudge? Clutch Pudge? Oh man, that's a clutch Pudge. So yeah, clutch Pudge hook.
Are fortified.
Annie, have you abandoned me now, or are you still good? Yeah, that's fair. It's understandable.
Hi.
Yeah.
I'm back. That was
Yeah.
your warning.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll take it in stride.
All right, so Clutch get themselves back on the board from what was a 5-0 kill lead for Execration is now almost back even. Looking at net worth, that actually swung it in favor of Clutch Gaming. It was such a slow, steady trickle up from Execration, but like we talked about, they lost a little momentum, stopped finding those immediate kills with the Kunkka Shadow Demon combo, and Clutch Gaming, they're not going to go down so easy. They're working together.
Yeah, hood up on the timber now too. Making it a little bit more difficult to bring down. But they got to get that big group up together because they have a lot of heroes up in the top of the net worth. Just a nice little solid trio there, followed by the 2 supports who have a little bit of an edge on the other ones. But the Dire, they still have a decent lead here. Like 2,500, 2,600. And they're only just looking to keep stacking that up now with the armlet. No Blink Dagger, so again, no easy initiation here for the Dire side whatsoever. And they got
Alright,
the
duel coming in. Ambitious onto the Timbersaw, easily disrupted. We talked about that combo to prevent those duels. Hook comes forward from the Pudge, trying to save his buddy, but Legion does still go down. Now Boomback's gonna get jumped on here. Gabby looking for more Frostbite to hold this guy in place, but still throwing out the Chakram. There's a glimpse back or X back or whatnot. Either way, Crystal Maiden is just fucking melted.
Yep, now it comes to 11 to 8.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And should be a tier 1 tower mid for them. Fly Solo, gonna see what he can do about it though.
He's thinking about some cheeky hooks. They've got that infest play once again. Just hook into the Dismember. Lifestealer plops out and starts chewing at you, but it's more and more difficult to execute as Execration clump up tighter and tighter.
Has fallen.
And Armel. Gonna be, oh, that's nice. A little X from the tree line. Looks like Mimic should be able to finish this one off here with the help of 5593, and DJ can come down for the party. he's trying to see if maybe he can get off a Sandal's play here, but not gonna work. Easy kill.
Smoke up, Clutch Gaming. They're going around for these wraparounds. If they're going to find something, they're going to bump right into this Radiant Smoke. Smoke pops, 5593 knows what's up. Are they going to be able to get off the initiation in time? The duel comes in. That exactly what they wanted. The Torrent catches on too. Self-disruption won't save you this time, DJ. It's a double kill all around.
This'll come in handy.
Nice.
Man, that's a lot of gold for Legion. 463 now, and moving right into the Blade Mail for Rappy. So again, still just relying on this, like, movement initiation. They really have nothing. It's impressive to be able to do this much with no way of initiating besides like a potential force staff from an OD here.
I mean, this is Fly Solo's Pudge finally working out. These Infest Pudge bombs, it's not a combo that we see a lot, especially not in the pro scene, but clearly Clutch have the teamwork to get it done.
Deep warding here available for the Dire side if they want to drop some down. Boombox is kind of running around with them and plant one down here, so give them quite a bit. To see fancy new vision thing can show you. I'm pretty pleased with this actually. Get that exact angles to how much vision it gives. It's pretty cool. Fly Solo gonna spot DJ. Ooh.
Oh, Hook.
Oh, look how much gold. Yeah, you stay for this experience. Yummy.
Oh, juicy. Nando, he's worked himself up into a Hurricane Pike, has 1,000 more gold. Is this one of those games where you want to go for the blink on the Shadow Fiend, or do you still want to go with the Silver Edge? Do you go straight into the BKB, or is it all just physical damage coming at you?
It is a bit of a tough game, eh? BKB, not going to offer a lot of value, but just such a core item on Shadow Fiend. You really want to get off those Requiems. You don't want to be disrupted by anything, even if it's just a Frostbite, but that's real. I mean, there's like Frostbite and Astral, and then he has to deal with the OD ulti, so they'll probably still need one, but it's not one of those games where you can just feel super confident grabbing it first and feeling like you're doing a lot. So I'm not sure. You might want to get something like on a standby, perhaps, like a Yasha.
Goodness. Look at Execration's Courier. That is old school naked Greevil. That is season out, my golly.
Boy Hubo, the one and only courier foe something. That's all that says is the name there. That's all I can read.
Either way, nice play by Execration. All of Clutch are going to be wrapping around on them, looking to get something moving right now, but I mean, I'm thoroughly surprised that Clutch have managed to bring this back. It looked like the early kicks from Execration were getting them off to such a great lead, but here we go. Fly Solo, maybe thinking about the hooks, goes in, finds the Timbersaw. They're going to go straight into a duel. It's ambitious, but with Crystal Maiden ult, they're able to find the victory. Yeah, nice teamwork all around. TP's come in from the rest of Execration. They don't want to let this tower go without much of a fight. Force staff away from Nando. Just going to be getting himself behind this tower. Infest comes out from our Lifestealer.
Doing it again here. They're going to try.
Oh. Glimpse back. They may have to sacrifice this.
Oh, not again.
Hook. Oh, right out of the teepee. Oh, gosh. It's onto the Timbersaw again. Gabby He's gotta be so triggered. They may lose their Legion Commander for this.
Oh,
She's
Rapid!
still alive. She's moving forward. They get a great Sanity's Eclipse. They don't find any more kills there, but at least they're showing Execration who's boss.
Oh, that was very scary, honestly. That was getting close. So that's probably favorable to the Radiant. Well, it isn't in total here, but just in the sense of just like how much worse that could have been. That hook, like Timbersaw didn't get a chance to do anything at all. Just immediately bursted down. Oh, I can definitely breathe easy, I would say, on the Radiant. Pretty happy for Execration. So still a little bit down in the net worth, but you can see CG they're wavering a bit. And it's this part of the game where you say, I mean, there's a ping right away from the PUD saying, hey, could you peek into Roche there just for a second? And yeah, he will. So it's that time of the game, right? They have a Slardar, they have a Shadow Fiend. Probably would have liked it a little bit earlier had they actually been ahead, but just trailing a bit will be enough to keep them out of there. And, well, not for long, though, so into the pit we go. Nighttime going to help out Lumic. Knows there's someone up here. Puts a ward down. And the sentry does not reach, just barely.
DJ plops a ward into Legion Commander's Ancient, so not only scouting her out, but also preventing that respawn.
Again, still no initiation. We're still working with just either Force Staff or a hook here, so Fly Solo.
Fly Solo is freaking god tier. Are you doubting this Pudge?
I mean, he's been money so far. I'll give him that. Well, there's a sentry, but it's not going to do anything. His boombox will just get it from the high ground.
Radiant deciding better of just walking into the Roche pit. They've learned their lesson. Clutch still able to go for these neat plays. Hook off the mark this time for Fly Solo, but still got full confidence in him. Armel has a full Atos now. He just finished that one up and flew it into himself. Legion Commander, she's bringing her goodies to her. She's got her Blink Dagger now. So some nice Blink duels with the Armlet coming at her as well.
Man, they need to win this next fight on Execration, and they need Gabby to live. 5 Bloodstone charges is so painful. Like, he just bought it. It's 21 minutes in, and you've already died twice now. Like, one more death, and that is just, the item just becomes so worthless.
Fly Solo again with the hook, but it's just a little bit too short range. No ether lens on the Pudge or anything like that. Dire. They're waiting. They're playing very reactionary, trying to punish Execration for being out of position. But Execration realized that they're not going to get anything done just diddling around the Roche pit. So going back to farming, going back to split pushing out these lanes. Down bottom, though, Initiation onto the Timbersaw. He's just going to kill himself. He doesn't want to get out of that situation in a natural way. Using that Bloodstone that he just picked up, unfortunately, that's going to take it down to 3 charges. Not a great start for our Timber.
That's, like, so bad. That's you got a 5-man wipe and you're still only back to 8. Oh god, I feel so bad for this Timber. It's the worst feeling ever. 3 Bloodstone charges. Oh,
I mean, that's not great.
it's just such a core item on the hero, and now missing so much of his regen, but. Have to keep on waiting. It looks like Nando still hasn't committed to any parts of the VKB.
Oh, X onto the Pudge. They know where he's at. He's going to be torrented back in. Do they punish this? Legion Commander keeping him healed up. Gabby's going forward. The boat will clip onto a couple heroes. Ah, Bing now, fortunately.
Rappy did go for the blink. He didn't finish out the blade mail. So we do have initiation now. And they could go for an infest, but again, that ward is actually doing so much work up there.
Oh, link forward here. The Slardar looking to be punished. There's going to be a defensive Astral on the Crystal Maiden. Meanwhile, Pudge goes to work on the back line. It's able to pick off DJ. This is an absolute disaster. Gabby, the only survivor, can Timbershine out, but wants to go for a kill. Will get some revenge onto that Legion Commander.
Bloodstone charge secured.
He's got 1 Bloodstone charge, man. It's all right. He's got 4 now.
Wow. Everything just went perfectly. I can't really ask for much more than that. Fly Solo gets the hook onto DJ, so no disruption save during the duel. Armel gets a huge ulti off, pops the Veil down, and everyone just explodes. That's pretty ridiculous. Like, the overwhelming odds even stacked up with this Veil. The way they combo up these, like, heavy early magical damage with these Veils coming up from mid is actually so sick. And this time it's just the offlaner, but it's a lot like the Gyrocopter, too, where he just throws down call down on top of the Veil that comes out from another hero, and this time they're just using it with the Legion Commander. It's a lot of great synergy coming out, and you just saw Execration absolutely evaporate.
I mean, one thing to notice in that fight is Clutch managed to make it like a one-on-one. Like everyone pick a buddy and square up, and their one-on-one is really good. They've got a Legion, they've got a Pudge that can dismember, they've got an OD now that's starting to get a little beefy. He's got that Veil, he's got that Atos, and now an Aegis to his name. So Clutch definitely playing a great game in terms of splitting Execration up and making it so they can't get their team fight combos off. We'll see if that's going to continue into the future, or if Execration can really shape up and try to bring this one back, because it looked so good for them. But look at the experience right now, 7,500 in favor of the Dire, and in terms of levels, starting to get real nasty. You got your OD and Lifestealer getting close to that level 20.
Yeah, so they'll continue the hunt here as well. Keep that pressure going. And they're just going to camp their own rune, maybe suspecting that some sort of aggression is coming in here, and cute steal from 5593.
In Execration, they've still got some scaling to do. Obviously, Shadow Fiend can still grow. He's going into a Butterfly now after picking up his Black King bar, so not going to pick up a Silver Edge, not going to go for a Blink Dagger, instead just wanting to get a little more sustainable in these fights. Interesting play.
Yeah, I think just going to try and rely instead on his Slardar to go for those initiations. I wouldn't mind seeing 5593 actually pick up a Shadow Blade, but maybe they figured that CG are at a point where they can kind of group up and there's not going to be a lot of split push action happening. I mean, they have an OD, they have this Legion Commander who, although you can go for like these big pick-off ganks with the Lifestealer and stuff, it seems that both teams are kind of happy with the 5-man Dota, so your Shadow Blades and stuff become less relevant. And current 5-man of the Dire definitely winning on this exchange as they are obliterating this tower with the Deso.
Pudge with the Ether Lens going straight into the Pipe of Insight, so
yeah.
magic damage coming out from Execration is going to be even less scary. All of Clutch are going to be even more tanky, and they're ready to go in, start plowing high ground right now. They'll gladly lose their tier 2 in order to try to take this tier 3, and it looks like with Legion Commanders, as they press the attack, they're able to take out that tower. They got what they wanted. Looks like Armel going to be poking at the shrines. There will be a crush coming in from 5593. Armel may have overcommitted for this. He's going to be backing off. Fly Solo's there for the defensive hooks if necessary. The Clutch are going to be trying to figure out, do you re-engage? Do you back off? Because now shrines are exposed. Clutch can just go wrap around and clean those up, try to take full control of the Radiant Turf. And now there is going to be a crush from 5593, but Bing just going to be raging on through it. Torrent connects. There is going to be a boat coming forward, but Force Staff out. OD going to astral himself, so he won't be brought back
that
in.
Infest
onto Boombex. Oh, do they have the mobility to get him out, though? Boombex is going to be going down. Unfortunate. Both heroes end up hitting the dust, and that's just OD burning an Aegis. Fly Solo getting low as well. This is Clutch way overstaying their welcome. Armel, he's going in aggressively, dumps out the Sanities, will find a kill on that Shadow Fiend. Goes in for that defensive astral once again. I don't think he lives out of this one, though, and no, he's going down. So full wipe. Execration punish Clutch so hard for getting greedy there.
That's actually so funny. And Gabby's back up to 10. Game saved.
Dude, the Bloodstone, it's growing. He's doing it.
Yeah, they maybe a little bit too greedy there with that Aegis. I can understand wanting to stay, though. You feel like you're pretty strong. You got these items, you can do these things, but...
And that was just Kunkka's boat splashed on all of you, the rum spreading around, and
yeah.
Clutch got scattered.
Like, Kunkka was already a good hero for high ground, but Shrines, just being able to quickly back away with rum and get that heal going is so strong now. And, of course, you have a Shadow Fiend, you had his BKB, you don't have any of those defensive items on the Dire, you're just relying on this Aegis instead, and you don't have a BKB to use when you come back up, which just means you can't, like, be that aggressive, because, you know, you'll probably just die twice. And they got kind of annihilated. Bing just not able to tank up as much as he wants on the front lines, and might actually be considering a Blink Dagger here. I do like Blink Lifestealer. We don't see it all too often. But when we do, it's usually in a game where they're having some trouble initiating and just needs to be that guy in the front lines. So let's see if a Bing finishes it out here.
Look at that net worth, or rather the XP chart just spiking up into Execration's favor, getting all those high value, high bounty rewards. That 5 kills starting to add up, so yeah, it's good. Our Timbersaw is the first one to tick over level 20. He's grabbed his 21 now. Goes for the cast range instead of the spell amp, just deciding that now Clutch aren't that tanky, don't need that little extra bit of spell amp. Our OD hitting 20 as well, and he's gonna grab the int. Interesting choice there, as he really could use the extra health, but I guess stats above all.
Yeah, it's just I guess, too valuable in OD in this game. You're a little bit ahead, too. You want to keep up the aggression. Well, I guess you were a little bit ahead. Now you're almost back to even. 29 minutes, not a big deal, so... Experience heavily in Execration's favors. Tends to happen when 5v5 happens and you lose. So they hand over plenty of experience from Clutch Gamers. And this time, the Tier 2 trade not going to be there for the side of Clutch Gamers. Or, well, maybe they'll get a little bit of love down here on some range racks or something. We'll see.
I mean, they're going to tap on the racks if they can, but it's going to be this tower for sure falling down, and Execration will have ample time to TP back and defend. Lag coming out for our Legion Commander, but should resolve that quickly. Take a look at next big picks coming out. Our Pudge. He's chugging towards that pipe, still making some progress. He'll have his hood pretty shortly if he wants to buy that up. That of our Radiant, our Kunkka. Very, very close to those Guardian Greaves.
I like it.
Yes,
No
indeed.
blink, no Force Staff, just Greaves. Just going to rely on DJ to set it up for him. I mean, he's got his blink, and he's going to go into the Force Staff for himself, so Lumic's just the aura carrier. Vlad's would actually be super sick this game to help out his Shadow Fiend, but sadly he doesn't get much love on his other two cores for it, so unlikely to happen from Lumic. Could probably just go like Lotus or something. And hopefully that'll be the real go call.
We're thinking about it. We're getting our mind right. Everyone's going for a full restart here, so we'll have a little bit of time to talk about strategy. Again, overall net worth very close to even. XP, certainly not insurmountable, especially at this point in the game. The Clutch, they're clearly trying to go whittle down some racks for themselves, but Execration are looking strong. I think they realized they were getting punished by splitting up, and they've been wadded so tightly in these last couple of fights.
Yeah, I wonder who's 5 minutes stronger now that we have a 10 charge Bloodstone with a Lotus Orb.
Depends if Kunkka hits boat.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
yeah,
a
it's
big
pretty much
factor.
boat versus hook, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Fly Solo probably having the biggest determining factor in all these 5v5s, honestly. And in combination with DJ, I guess, because they're on the opposite ends of, like, DJ can just blink save someone if they get hooked. It's like Lumic's doing a TP back home. He didn't X, actually, so... Oh, okay, tower's dead. So they're just bailing out then. Just getting prepared for the full defense. I thought maybe they were going to do for some cheeky plays or something, but they'll just come back home and make sure. The wave is still pretty far away for the Dire. Like, it's way back past Legion Commander, so there's plenty of time for Execration to get set here. No real concern happening. No disruptors to glimpse them back on Clutch Gamers or anything, so don't see this push amounting to too much, and then we start doing some Roche gaming, which is 2 minutes away from finding out our respawn time.
Pax, how's your day going?
Good. What am I doing today? I was up early. I actually slept last night, which was great. I've been having, I don't know why. I woke up yesterday at 3:30 a.m. and I felt so awake for no reason. No idea
I've
why.
been having that like 2.5 hours before Mr. Cat, just eyes snap open.
Yeah, and
I think
was
my body just can't wait.
Yeah, I was lit. I was ready to go. So, been watching some Black Mirror on the recommendation of numerous people.
Oh, did you see the White Christmas episode? That one blew my mind.
I actually, not gonna lie, don't want to brag too hard, but I sniped it.
You sniped it? I figured there was
sniped it.
going to be some sort of intersect kind of like that. I didn't snipe the whole thing, though. If anyone hasn't seen the White Christmas episode of Black Mirror, oh my god, it's like a standalone hour-and-a-half show. Gotta watch it. That is my plug. I am selling out hard to Black Mirror.
Yeah, Black Mirror is a good show. It's pretty cool. I also do love the guy who was in that episode, the American dude, a.k.a. Don Draper. I like Mad Men. It's a good show, but... yeah, Black Mirror is pretty dope. I'm watching that. I'm going to UFC Fight Night tonight, which is pretty exciting, in Halifax.
No offense, Pax, but I don't peg you as the UFC fighter type. But
Oh, I'm not, like, obsessed with it or anything, but I'll watch it every once in a while, and it was actually it was a gift from my brother-in-law, and he was like, yo, UFC. It was like kind of funny because none of us really watch UFC, but we thought it'd be hilarious because they're in town. So he got us all tickets for Christmas, so we're all going. Should be good. Be a hell of a time. Watch two dudes half naked kind of grab each other a bunch.
hot.
Yeah, typical stuff, you know. Regular, what day is it? Saturday? Regular Sunday night for me. Just half naked dudes grabbing each other. A little bit of Kappa pride. But it kind of sucked because the main guy on the card actually got injured like 3 weeks ago, so they had to find someone else. But it should still be a good fight. So yeah.
Here at the Moonduck House, we've been binge watching The Wire. We're already.
I know. I
season 2.
hear
It's
Bob
so
talk
good.
about. Yeah, that show
It
is.
is so good. All right. Anyway, back into some Dota action.
Thankfully.
But final plug. If you haven't seen The Wire, just what are you doing? Go fucking watch it.
Also true. Yeah,
Pudge.
just leave.
With the hook, almost got that tree, dude. Did you see that?
Is under attack.
Yeah, like rest in peace, honestly. Like he's pinging. He's like, no, this tree. I think
Anyway.
they might think there's a ward here because their sentry doesn't reach here, and they think with that Pudge hook that he might have been aiming for someone. So they might double check with the sentry. We'll see. But oh, another nice observer here, gonna spot all this movement from the Radiant side.
Yeah, these wards have been super on point. Definitely a hardcore vision game going
this one
down.
too. Oh,
Is it just? I feel like
outside.
7.0 has been so much more about vision than previous games. I mean, that's probably just me, but
Well, it changed
Like
a lot about where vision goes because of shrines.
yeah, the need for crafty wards and the fact that everyone's 5-manning a little bit early on. You want to see those movements. See, 5-5-9-3, just squirming his way through the jungle, but not going to get scouted out there. He's got himself a Shadow Blade along with a Blink and a Force Staff, so this Slardar is just full mobility.
Yeah, I really like that choice because he was going up in towards the BKB before he'd actually purchased the Shadow Blade, but he went back for this, I think because they won that fight and they knew they could actually get outside the base, and now he can try and catch out people who are split pushing, trying to keep waves going, trying to initiate for his team. Only thing is he does need a buddy, even with like Soul Catcher or something with just Shadow Demon, they'll need more than that, so it has to be either Gabby or Nando more than likely to actually secure kills on anyone important on the Dire. A Bing. He did not realize his Blink Dagger dreams, guys. So sad. No Lifestealer Blink today. That'd be a Lotus Orb, which is... Oh, sorry, Lincoln's rather. Jeez,
That's the one.
that's, gotta get
It's
the right
one of
item.
those bubbles, you know.
Yep.
You got like 2 to choose from.
Yeah,
Either way.
I mean, really. I mean, I wasn't that far off in terms of bubbly items, right? So, no, it's a good choice here for the Lifestealer. Gonna be very handy against the corrosive and just not getting disrupted or purged during these fights, as well as controlled up by Kunkka. So Rage plus Lincoln's gonna give him a lot more mobility.
Ah, Bing, he's just asking for it right here. Gonna be able to go through Rage, hook off the mark. He still wants to finish off this tower. Will be able to do so. There is gonna be that poison, although he's gonna go ahead,
Run!
hop himself into that siege creep. Run, CG, run! All right, CG gets out safely along with the rest of Clutch. And yeah, just going back, Legion snaps up an Invis rune. This is a nice little duel waiting to happen. Roshan with about 40 seconds left on the timer. We'll see who's postured up to do that a little bit better. It looks like Dire, and they've got a little bit of a better hand in it. They're going to be taking out this shrine, some more Roche control, but I wouldn't put a full smoke gank into the Roche pit past the Radiant right now.
Yeah, I mean, Slardar, Shadow Fiend, they know this is the play. Again, observers, paying off. Oh, the Starecrow, get it? Stare? It's great. That's what it's named. I didn't just make that up. It's just a very clever workshop name. There's the smoke. DJ gonna get popped. This is exactly like last time. Precise same scenario. They put the ward down. Oh, what?
Come on, man. You had your warning. Going in. Mass TP's coming forward, and there we go. There's going to be a boat rocking forward, and Legion Commander's not able to finish her duel. It's going to be a little bit of bloodshed coming the way of Clutch Gamers, the Pudge. He finds himself when he brings Nando closer to himself, while the rest of Execration are able to go and finish off their targets. Fly solo. One of the only survivors, Armel, is going to go ahead, get X'd back. The Crush going to be off the mark as he goes for the Self-Astral. 5-5-9-3, still prepared. The Sanity is dumped down. They're able to find a little bit more blood, but it will cost Fly Solo his life. It's going to be a big, big kill for Execration. They get another full wipe, and they're able to go through, take out this tier 2. They can rotate back into the Roche pit if they'd like. There is a buyback on this OD, but it looks like tier 3s are going to get busted up. These shrines are no longer safe on the Dire side of the map.
Greaves, Butterfly. Ooh, Lumic going home too. They will catch. Oh no, Lumic. Yeah, immediately brings himself back. He's like, okay, I'm running. So good buyback from the OD. And without the Slardar, it will be a little slower to Roche. I'm not sure. I don't think they can do this.
They're trying. Nando. Playing safe, I like it.
Well, that kind of stinks. So they get the tower, but They don't go for the Roche. So, one fight, but not a disaster for CG. Does take the XP well in the favor of CG now from 5 to about 10k, and the net worth just now crossing the boundary to give them a
into the
lead
Roche
here.
pit. Although Fly saw, he's just strutting in. This guy ain't smoked. They're going in. They realize that's a Shadow Fiend illusion. Not going to get too scared by it as Armel's smoke doesn't break. And oh, here we go. Radiant, they find what they're looking for. Legion Commander just plucked off like a fresh apple. Gabby moving forward as well. Oh, Crystal Maiden's dead. There's a TP up from the OD just trying to cut their losses. But Execration have firmly asserted that they would like this Roshan, and Clutch have no choice but to give it to them.
Oh, and I like this too. Sending Gabby down bottom with the X. Push
Yeah,
out
he's able
that
to
wave.
clear out a wave.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom
Nice
tower
tap this
is
tower a
under
little bit
attack.
before heading on back. And
The one little paw smack, and either way, that's Nando with an Aegis. He's got a butterfly. It's real hard to lock this guy down, especially with the BKB. You can barely hit him with physical attacks. You can't get him with magic attacks when he's got that 10-seconder rolling, but
I wonder what he'll buy now. He could go blink and still have buyback.
Divine Rapier.
Oh, he's a DD too. This is where you just buy your moon shard and GG it, but no, everyone's still alive, so there's none of that happening here.
He's hurting so bad. He's hitting for like 500 a pop right now with that double damage.
Eyeing up a
Ow.
Scotty. Good choice.
Dire's structures are
Fortify being spent out. Looks like Clutch are willing to fight for this one. Overwhelming odds from Legion Commander. They're going to be blinking up onto the high ground, though. Astral protecting the slaughter for now. Everyone able to get themselves back down to the low ground. Force Staff keeps that Shadow Fiend safe. Again, he's still got the Aegis, so not a whole lot to worry about. Oh, gosh, the Kunkka. He's clicked off. I thought that hook was going to miss, but there we go. Oh, this Sanity is coming in. They get the duel as well. Clutch, they just woke up. They're ready to fight, and they're going to get Nando down as well. Nando's able to take out the OD before he falls, but this is Clutch looking to make it a wipe going the other way. TP out attempt from Gabby. He will finish it off when he's able to Timber Chain through, but that's Clutch. Well, they hold their racks. They lose their tier 3s, so again, Shrines are now vulnerable. They now have a window to push.
Man, that looked like they had an MKB or something. They absolutely annihilated Nando. And a huge swing. Oh, man, like almost 10,000 experience. Swapped over to them in that fight. That was crazy. Look how much damage. That Sanity's... I just can't even imagine how much that did. It felt like it took everyone down to like 20% HP when he popped that.
Yeah. I was
It's
just
so
like,
much
hey guys,
int.
you had health. No, you don't. See ya.
This'll come in
Wow.
handy.
Just flying in some smokes for his team. I mean, both teams have been using these smokes pretty much every time they're in stock, just really getting the most out of it.
And I think that's Kunkka's gem. Yeah, it is. Having lost it too. And just a rage TP here from our lifestealer. No concerns.
He's playing with Execration right now. Now only 20 seconds left until Shadow Fiend's back on the map. Similar story with the OD, so it's gonna go right back to that, you know, very patient, waiting for that next 5-man engage kind of style of Dota in a couple of seconds. Everyone looking to farm up. Overall net worth. I mean, we see that fight taking it back down towards even once again. It's a very close game.
Yeah, Gabby. What a recovery, too. He's gone up 14 Bloodstone charges since his lowest point, and because of that, now he can afford something like this Aghanim Scepter, where it just takes so much mana, but dishes out an insane amount of damage as well. Kind of risky if he ends up completing it and not going for the BKB. We'll have to see. Might be tempted to go for it just because of what just happened in that last fight, and we will have our finished up Scotty here, though. So taking up Nando a little bit, as well as just building max stats because he does have a Shadow Demon. And with how scary that last fight was, it might be time to start thinking about playing a little bit more with the Illusion Siege. Of course, that would require our Armel here being dead with his bonus damage to summons.
5593. He's hungry. He's a juicy little Crystal Maiden walking around, but isn't able to catch up to her in time. Again, very tense here. If you Execration go high ground too soon, they can get punished, as almost all ults are online. Sanity's Eclipse, still 5 seconds to go, but that's going to be everyone fully stocked and ready to just brawl it out. Down bottom, we've got Legion Commander with a Lifestealer Bomb, but has a TP if they need to get back to base.
Oh, they're going to find it.
Oh, they go in. It's an X, though.
Later. Good
Kind
thing they didn't duel.
Yeah, a little premature there. It's all right.
Good choice there. That's rather obnoxious. So smart thinking by Execration, of course, as always. It looks like the Kunkka Tinker kind of style, but Just always babysit, and rather than having to do it in Fountain or something with the Kunkka, you just give him Greaves, nice aura, popping some mana back when he needs it, and works out pretty well. Gabby currently sitting on a 36.3 mana regen. Very nice, this Octarine Core. Guess that's really his defensive option this game. Another X-Play.
Smoke up from our clutch game
That
inside. They're
scan
looking for
misses, though.
something. See if Clutch are gonna take the right turns in the map here, but they're all kind of parading around mid. Is anyone smoking a pop? If there's a scan, it does reveal that Radiant are chilling up on this high ground, so they know where to go. It's all about finding that initiation, though. It's all about getting that jump start. Geometric
looks like not.
squiggles drawn out by Slardar. They want to just move towards the top lane.
Possibly. They have another smoke? Nope. This will be a Fly Soul Invis Rune. And a little bit too risky to head there. They might have another gem by now. Doesn't look like it, actually. Could probably pick one up soon. But Limbic wants to finish a Blade Mail instead. And we will indeed get our Aghanim Scepter here onto Gabby. So damage output doubled in ultimate form here. Yeah, it's so good.
Oof. Getting spooky. Everyone posturing up. We've got Dire just chilling out, pushing out. No racks have been taken. You got 2 exposed lanes of racks, one on the mid Dire side, one on the bottom Radiant side, but no one's really been able to find that momentum to actually get down, push out the lane, and finish structures. So no super creeps. It's still a very even game in terms of net worth and experience. Down to the murders. Who's taking more out of these next fights?
That's actually crazy how much, or how fast they can push waves now, though. And with this Kunkka strategy, too. Execration should be in full control of waves at almost all times.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh,
And
Nando.
so close. Oh, the shrines. They're trying to bait something out. They're able to de-ward here. So Dire,
Dire's bottom
well, they know Radiant know where they are. That's the next tier mind games. Trying to force out someone to use a spell, make someone bust an ultimate without getting anything out of it, and that's the time to jump. But for now, Clutch, they've got to keep playing patiently. Another smoke up from Execration, and they're going to keep hunting, just clearing out the jungles and go in and placing their vision. Fudge still sitting on that gem, easily able to de-ward, but it's all about when he's able to leave the base.
Yeah, just constantly baiting out Gabby. And this time they're going to bait him as if they're all behind him.
There
Nice
we
crush.
go. They get the crush onto 2. They've got the damage coming in. OD's able to defend himself with that defensive astral. Fly Solo maybe seeing if he can hook him back, but unfortunately, our Mel hits the deck. It's going to be Fly Solo with that corrosive haze. They've got vision. They've got damage. He drops the gem. Just trying to at least prevent any sort of regroup. Gem is going to be picked up by the Shadow Demon, and it looks like this may be the momentum swing that Execration needed. Buyback on the Pudge. They've got buyback on the OD if they need. Meanwhile, the Legion Commander sitting there with the Life Stealer inside, ready to go in for that duel, but they've got to get someone picked apart from the crew. They're going to be going in, jumping onto Fly Solo here. They will find that kill. At the DJ, but oh. Okay, they got the kill on the Shadow Fiend. That's huge. Even through the BKB, they've got enough damage to get the Atos off on the Timber Saw, but can't get up to the high ground to find him.
Dire's middle
PP out from the Kunkka, so at least a successful hold for now. Still no racks being taken. It does cost a couple of buybacks. It cost the Legion and the Crystal Maiden's life, but it's not game over just yet.
Yeah, no, that's a save for sure. OD and Pudge buybacks, but not too shabby at all, honestly. That whole thing kicked off too with the Radiant sick ward here. Oh, look at the pings. Wow, Lifestealer just immediately pinging that like crazy. And just a well one fight because of that with Slider blinking on in. We'll have to check that out with the gem next time.
Fudge got his gem. Stolen from the Conquer.
Stole it back. Stolen, stolen, stolen.
Crystal Maiden just casual zoning ult to farm that creep wave. No worries.
Yeah.
Gonna be farming up that BKB. Only about 1,200 gold off of that, so we'll see if Boombax is able to start styling. Has that Glimmer Cape already to channel off a more successful ult, but it's still dangerous with things like the Slardar Crush and Timbersaw just shooting his chakrams onto you. Speaking of Timbersaw, well, he's going to be going up shooting some chakrams onto this Pudge. That was a bold play, sir. Don't know how I feel about that one.
Yeah, we were just seeing as
Legion
well.
Commander.
They were infesting.
Oh, Legion's looking for something as well. Gonna be going in. The BKB popped out, and he's gonna be able to find the kill on the Kunkka. It's small, but it's mighty. There's gonna be a BKB by the Slardar. He's stuck up on the cliff, and that gives time to focus down Gabby. He's got himself a blade mail. He's gonna get disrupted. DJ may have actually cost him his life there. He's able to go back in with another Timber Chain, getting him back to safety. The Roche respawning any second now, and it is just tense around the pit. Both teams with one member down. Clutch, they know they've got to get this Roche on, or it's just going to be so difficult to hold high ground against Execration again.
Yeah, we now have 112 damage as well on our Legion
They're
commander,
going in.
so...
One more second. One more second. The Roshan's almost there. There we go. Who's going to scout it out first? EJ spraying it into the pit. Does get that vision.
So he'll know the Dire won't. Oh, they'll send their courier in. Good play. So well aware of that. Lincoln Sphere going to be the next item here for Nando. Does not want to get dueled. Very understandable. Another good stat item too. Just help out with general illusions and whatnot. But
Oh, here we go. Dire, they're taking their stab at the Roshan. There is going to be Nando with that Lotus Orb starting things off. And
nice crush.
Nice crush connects onto everyone. Gabby's able to rake in a kill. Opping is getting low. It might look like you have to infest out of this one. Sandy does a clip stump down. They get the kill on the Slardar. Kunkka just respawns. He's trying to get himself back into the fight. Armel goes down. That's going to be no buyback on the OD Crystal Maiden or Legion Commander. Pudge looks like he's just trying to TP out. Will be able to do so, but that was bloodshed. Clutch Gaming now unable to contest this Roche. It's going to be an Aegis going the way of Execration, and most likely at least one lane of racks as well. There's still 100 seconds till OD can do anything.
yeah, they're just going to immediately march down mid more than likely. Actually, I guess they can't without their Slardar. Or they can, but it could get a little bit risky. But Lincoln Sphere might be enough to give them some confidence. The cheese is in there as well if Lumic wants to grab that up. But it'll be Nando who takes it, so he'll go Aegis, immediately pocket the cheese. And yeah, he's going full siege engine now with the Lincolns in the inventory. Hesitation. We won't see yet. It'll be a full group up instead.
Can we just give some claps to Gabby right now? From a 3-charge Bloodstone to a 25-charge Bloodstone.
Yeah, he was in the depths of like, oh god, we lost two. Okay.
That was a Timber I didn't think could bring it back, but he did somehow. Persevered, man.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of insane to be the highest firing person. I mean, Aghanim Scepter lets you do that for sure, but he was just so far down. Now he's eyeing up a Scythe with his 7,250 gold. Get another crash here.
Whew, this time coming from the other side. Dota. Even the client realizes how tense this game is. It can't hold it together. Overall net worth after that last Roche fight is starting to squiggle up in Execration's favor. About 15,000. XP is still almost dead even. A lot of this net worth is concentrated on the Timbersaw. They can actually lock him down and get those kills. Still looking good for Clutch, but they've got to hold this high ground. They can't afford to get 2 lanes of super creeps. They just don't have the push to deal with that.
For now, they just continue to do their best. How long until our Abyssal here? Only 640 surplus on our Lifestealer. I'm sure a Bing will be saving buyback as well. Oh, good. And we're already ready to go. Excellent.
Oh,
wait.
Boombex wants to wait. I think we're pausing again.
It looks
Gotta
like
make
someone's
sure.
still AFK. We are 47 minutes in. This tends to happen.
Completely. Okay, Boombex is ready immediately.
All right, Slardar up. 30 seconds. No OD. This is the golden window for them. Slardar is slithering his way here as fast as he can.
Get it, boy. Got so much mobility. Blink, son. There we go. Now here we go.
Whoa,
And
Gabby.
starting his work. Deep blink onto Gabby. I mean, he's going to get X'd back, but that's damage that can't be undone.
Yeah, and that's a glyph now. Already so much done. 8 more seconds. They should be able to clean up at least the melees. Got to commit.
Yep.
They will.
I got oh, it's denied.
All
Ah,
right,
Big
all right.
not letting this one go without a fight. That is some style right there, but unfortunately it is still a full lane of racks down for Clutch Gaming. They've got a shot to redeem themselves now, but it looks like Execration. They're just going to back out and go in towards this top lane of racks.
All right, Execration. Again, looking to close out the second game, right? This is kind of like our first series. But they're not fully there quite yet. Nando is rather terrifying, though, I have to say.
It's spooky.
Yeah. Going on a little bit of an adventure here. Try and get some farm. Kill some neutrals.
I
Eat
mean,
some
this
creeps.
Kunkka's just having fun. Like, clearly Timbersaw's tanky enough to deal with that. He's just gonna like, all right, I'm gonna get myself into a shitload of danger and then just be completely saved, and there's nothing you can do about it. The only thing they can do is try to go and just astral him to prevent that X from taking control, but all right, Lotus Orb the Astrals. Everyone's just taking a break. Take a little 5-minute pause. Timber shading back on through. Everyone's just flying every which way. They're going to lose their Kunkka, which means they lose the gem as well. So far, Clutch are able to drive back Execration. Maybe even looking for more. They've got that Legion with the Blink and the Infest. Does she go forward here? Is this just too dangerous? Clutch don't want to sacrifice any lead they have. They get that cook onto Gabby. He's got the Lotus Orb off, so dueling is dangerous. The BKB from the Slardar as well. It's ambitious, but they find what they're looking for. They manage to split up Execration. They burn the Aegis as well. All of Clutch are still up. They're still fighting. The Shadow Fiend's going to BKB, but it's just going to be a burn charge. He goes down, and they're looking for more here. They can keep up. Can they find the Slardar? Going to be moving his way through the trees. Gabby as well, just moving out so quickly, but that's going to be 3 kills and an Aegis. Clutch Gaming, they're still in this.
Yeah, that was actually absurd. Fly solo made just huge plays. Catches the Kunkka, and then he catches the Timbersaw, splits them up as he said, and they get this awkward high ground where Legion's able to initiate, and just blowing up DJ is so important. Just means
Look
they
at
can
this
duel
punch. He's
anyone.
like, screw you guys, drawing down the mid lane. Like, let's fucking go. We're able to leave our fountain for the first time in 10 minutes. But they do got to be careful. Shadow Fiend has buyback, and there's still a huge chunk of damage on the Timbersaw and Slardar alone.
Yeah, they need to try and force his buyback, though. So, time to get a little bit aggressive.
Pudge hooking that creep to try to break backdoor protection quicker.
Yeah.
Look at that. All right, backdoor protection's going to be down, and looks like Bing just going to work on this tower. He has to deal with a potential source of damage. Gabby being right on top of him. Crush in.
I got him again.
Are able to hook back the Kunkka. If they can find this kill, it's going to be huge. Kunkka just respawned. Meanwhile, there is going to be a dual victory. Legion Commander able to pick off the Shadow Demon. That's going to be even less saves on the Radiant
and
side.
Lumic.
It's happening. Clutch Gaming are doing it. They lose their Pudge. Bing still hot on the heels of the Kunkka. Lumic, one more hit from the Legion Commander. Will spell his demise. Meanwhile, Hurricane Pike comes out from Amel. Legion does find the kill on the Kunkka. Looking for more here. Blade Mail rocking on that Timbersaw, but Boompex doesn't care. He's going in. He's ulting everyone, but the Slardar is dead. There are a few buybacks left on the side of Execration, but Timbersaw doesn't want to spend his. It's such a low respawn anyway. Fortify comes out. I mean, you can see the Slardar just chilling in the jungle. There's nothing he can do right now. They have to lose Elena Rax here. Bing, the hero, just feeling completely unafraid to initiate on these tier 3s, on these Rax. Shadow Fiend's back. Can he get picked off here? This would be game-winning. 5-5-9-3 goes in for the crush. There's going to be the Astral onto the OD to buy himself some time. He's going to be able to blink himself away after the Astral. So far, Clutch, they escape completely unscathed. We'll see if Armel's actually going to bite the dust here. It looks like another Astral will prevent his death for now, but I don't think he finds his way out of this one. He does go down, but he has buyback now.
Yeah, there's a nice infest as well onto Rappy just to make sure they can escape, and they're even thinking about doing something sneaky here. Oh, a haste rune could help this out. Dire Vision. They're going to see the Shadow Fiend. They'll have to go for the infest, pop, open wounds, and then duel.
They've got to do
Or
it.
Crystal
It looks like
Maiden.
there she goes. She uses the Frostbite to bait it out. There is going to be that Disrupt to try to buy themselves some time, but they're just going to turn their attention onto the Slardar. Oh my goodness, this could be it. This is Clutch just going in, asserting dominance. They may lose Bing here, getting focused down by Gabby. In fact,
Toggle.
the Legion Commander is able to save the Lifestealer. Oh my goodness. Everyone's still alive except for the OD. They're able to rake in the kill onto the Legion Commander. Hook in though. Oh, the Pudge. He's going to be bursting down Gabby. Gabby's still alive temporarily. Comes out of that Disrupt, and they are able to get the kill. Bing still up, still fighting after Legion Commander saved him with her last breath. Gave him the press the attack instead of saving it for herself. But it's working out. There are buybacks from the OD. There's a buyback on the Legion. Execration, they're still sitting in the grave.
Oh, no reason to go all in. I don't think if you're Clutch gamers right now, you just push in with your Lifestealer, see if you can force a buyback, and then just rage TP out.
You've got DJ.
Hope you don't
thinking
get
about
bashed.
something cheeky. Pudge doesn't have a gem right now. DJ's looking to punish that.
It's only a ranged Rax. This really isn't worth
They've got a
risking too
sentry
much.
though. Oh, DJ just blinks out in time.
Yeah, they should just leave. There's really no point. Like, you already got the melee.
That was very well played. For the first time, it looks like Clutch Gamers have a serious shot at taking this series. They tied up the racks. They tied up the kill score. Net worth is just about even, and experience is actually very heavily in favor of Clutch now.
Plus, you look at how much that net worth is just on Timber. I mean, it's kind of insane. He's got a like 7K lead, almost 6,400 now over your Lifestealer. And he doesn't do that much in these fights, at least up against like even Fly Solo. He's just so beefy at this point. He's got this pipe going on. A Bing, of course, is rather mobile and can chew through that Timber Saw quickly. And even Legion Commander, just BKVs, Timber isn't that much of a concern. So he's still doing as much work as he can, but now that he had to get forced into Dagon instead of like waiting for the Scythe, he's way less effective than he would have been. He's also having some serious slot issues. Holy. He's got a blade and a blink.
Checking buyback status. Most people have it. Our two exceptions are Kunkka and Shadow Demon. Too poor for it, so we'll see if Clutch are going to be able to punish that. Because not having a Kunkka in this fight, having no boats, no X's, that's really sucky. Hook in! They get the Shadow Demon. Oh my goodness. They're able to find him. They dump down the Sanities. It picks up the Slaughter at full health. The boat goes forward. They get the duel onto the Kunkka. Oh my goodness. This may just be GG. It's a triple kill for Armel. He scaled himself up. The Legion sitting on 166 duel damage as well. My God.
Fly Solo is a game
Clutch
winner,
gaming.
honestly.
They're so persistent.
Yeah. They're too good, honestly. Like, Pudge is such a good hero right now, and especially when you play him like this.
Gabby, he's doing everything he can. The hook from the Pudge is going to fly through, won't find anything, but oh my, it's Mega Creeps now for Clutch Gaming. They've done it. They managed to bring this back from what looked like the brink. Fly Solo going in, dismembering the Shadow Fiend to hold him in place. Ah, Bing gonna be munching on him as well. The Crystal Maiden ult flies through. Everyone on the Radiant starting to fizzle. Oh, it's a double kill for Armel as well. Shadow Fiend buys back, but it's only Shadow and Timber left to hold this absolute bloodbath. And now Gabby moves in, is able to find a kill onto the Legion. She's got herself a buyback, and now Gabby going down as well. That's a triple kill for Armel. Buyback on the Timber, but it is short-lived. It's going to be GG pretty soon here, unless Execration can fully wipe the Dire.
Jeez, Gabby lost 2150. And yeah,
That's,
Roche.
Clutch just go in. They get a Mega Creeps going at their side, and they're going to go back and Roche. This is Clutch's game to throw right now.
That would be an impressive feat, but I guess still not impossible. Win one five-man fight. Maybe that'll be enough. Someone buys
Kunkka
back
lands a
some
five-man
bots.
boat, and Shadow Fiend's able to go and Requiem on all of them. Maybe, just maybe it'll be enough to slow him down, but this is Armel just having some fun with it. Just goes and Astrals Roche just cuz. I have not seen a turnaround this interesting in a long time. Well, going forward, Gabby. He makes his way towards the pit. Gabby, are you insane? Apparently so. He's going to be able to Timber Chain himself back towards there. Armel getting low. Going to be hit on by that Shadow Demon, but still alive. The Shadow Poison not going to tick him down at all.
Nice
They get the
missile.
stun onto the Timber. He's going to die, and the GG comes out as there's no more buybacks. Clutch Gaming. Holy crap.
Yeah, CG played very well this game. Shout out to Fly Solo for sure. Kind of put Clutch Gamers on his back there. Made all those hooks. That was crazy. This is very impressive stuff from him, but they all played very well too. Rappy, especially in that early game when he had no blink dagger or anything, just had to go for this more dangerous build in the like straight up armlet and fighting his way through from there. I mean, again though, that's because they were fully initiating with a Pudge. It's kind of crazy. Very impressive stuff overall from them. Again, Armel continues to impress. Had a little bit of a rougher game at the mid-game at that one, but helped close it out in the end. And Execration weren't able to fully ball up. They had it. They had that push in. They had that first set of racks, but certainly not over at that point when a couple fights go the opposite way. And,
I'm just so glad that Pudge worked out. That was such a huge gamble, but it was phenomenally played. Clutch Gamers are just absolute powerhouses in the region, and I cannot wait to watch them play some more.
Yeah, they got it, man. I don't know. Something's working for this team. So, end of Mr. Cat, day number 9. Finishing out here as Clutch Gamers take the series 2-0. We'll be back tomorrow. I actually have the schedule up right here, so when I take a peek, it looks like it'll be Clutch Gamers once again. And they'll be up against Geek Fam, which will be sick.
Ooh,
And then
that's
we
another
have
one of the teams to keep your eyes on.
Yeah, for sure. And it's actually a Geek Fam double header.